Welcome to online teaching. We are discussing chapter 7th, outcomes of democracy. This is module 6th. In 5th we discuss about dignity and freedom of the citizens. Now here we will discuss economic growth and development. These are an important concept regarding the development and growth of the nation. Okay, as you know that democracy is a better form of government but it is not true that they will be good in development and growth. It is not necessary that a better government will improve the economic or will make the country economically strong. It may not be true, but there is a comparison of last 50 years between these form of government and democratic government is not far behind. It means this government has succeeded in leveling the development. There is a little gap between these things. There are some of the factors that affect the development of the nation, that is population size, relation with other countries, and the next is global situation. These are some of the factors that matters the development of the nation, because a very few countries are there that are having more or that are densely populated, and there are some of the countries which are sparsely populated, so there is a gap. So it means in those countries development is easy, but where population is more and where diversity is found, then development, that is also another factor. So that may be affected, because some factors are there that may affect that. So it means this economic growth and development that can be improved by the democratic government, but it is a process that may take time, because a good government is not the guarantee that these government will succeed in improving the economic condition, because they may not have such eyesightness, or that may not have some of the factors that may affect the economic growth. Okay, now you can see that in any of the nation or in any of the country, the rich are becoming more and more rich. The rich are becoming more and more rich. And the poor, their level of economic that is declining, because it is very difficult to arrange 2 times a meal, and especially the middle class that is maximum affected by that, and you can say the maximum wealth is in the hands of very few people. It is also true that these rich people, they are very less in number, but they are having maximum wealth of the nation. Even the GDP of the country, that is less in comparison to those. Okay. Now, second point that we will be discussing, reduction of inequalities and poverty. Inequalities and poverty. Democracies are based on political equality. So again, it is very difficult for a democratic country to reduce the inequalities and the poverty. Okay, it means you know that maximum poor people cast their votes, and any government do not like to lose this vote bank, because if they will make the policies against these people, then this vote bank, that will no more. Yeah, that vote bank may be transferred to any other political party. So every democratic government or any of the party that tries that these poor people, they should have a connection, they should have an attachment with these people who are contesting in the election. So it means it is also there that in socialism there is equal distribution of wealth. But in democratic government it is not possible. Because some of the people are there that are not supporting this socialism. Very few countries are there that support this socialism, where the equal sharing of the wealth, that may be rich or that may be the poor person. Okay. So the point that we will be discussing was that reduction of inequalities. Inequalities means economic gap. Economic gap is increasing day by day. And this is not possible for any of the government to reduce this, because special policies and programs should be made to decrease this economic inequalities. More job opportunities should be created, and the people that should be given the loan facilities, new science and technology. So a lot of aspects are there that can reduce the economic inequalities. Okay. Next thing, that is poverty. You have read in 9th class that the any individual who are not able to feed 2 times a meal, we may consider poor. Many of the factors are there, many of the other criteria are there, but main factor is 2 times a meal or the basic need of the calories that a person require. Okay. Now you can see in India, still 40 to 50% people are in the line of poverty. It is decreasing. But even then, we are not achieving the best results, still we are lagging behind. Okay, and it means it is very difficult to arrange 2 times a meal. Some of the countries like Bangladesh, Nepal and Bhutan and some African countries are there. Some African countries are not able to arrange 2 times a meal. It is also very difficult. And what is, they are dependent on developed countries for this arrangement of the food. So this reduction of inequalities and poverty, that is a challenge for any of the government, and somehow democratic government are able to succeed in reducing these poverty and inequalities.